This is a story for all of you who've reached a certain age, Generation X. You've reached a point where when people ask you how old you are, you have to pause and think. This is a story for all of you who have more to look back on than you have to look forward to. This is a story for all of you who believe you've achieved success. This story is called My Reward. I've done it. I've reached the halfway point in my life. I'm a month or two shy of 50. That is my achievement. I'll celebrate it in a rented hall on a rainy night in Essex. The DJ will play us songs that remind us of our youth, while our offspring taunt us with theirs. We'll all stand around and swear that we wouldn't swap places with them for all the tea in China. I still have all my own teeth and a full head of hair. I have scars from adventures, but none from operations. I can still run a 10k without my heart clenching its fist and my tits swinging. I make prompt payments for the house I live in, but the bank still owns it. My bills are paid, and I have 2 cars. This is my list of successes. This is my claim on life. And my reward? My reward is 2 weeks on a camp bed in a council estate of umbrellas on a beach in Greece, burning my pale skin, cheek by jowl with the blistered, sagging flesh of my peers. The acrid waves of briny piss from the sea where children splash and scream in languages I thought I'd paid enough not to hear. I looked down at my stomach that cost me hundreds at the gym every year to maintain the muscles that only I can see. Delusion. A brace of children in bikinis stop in front of me in the shallow waves. They giggle and thrust their newly formed breasts as another points a phone at them. More Instagram kiddie porn uploaded by the kids themselves. You know, porn is the soap opera of the 21st century, and they just can't wait to get on it. It's just another viable career option. I wonder, is it what will pay for their beach holidays when they get to my age? An old man in a straw trilby hat weaves along the shore selling donuts and mumbling to himself. He stops at the girls still flexing and pouting in the waves. He takes a long, languid look and continues mumbling. I'm sure it's Charles Bukowski. I'm sure he's thinking what I'm thinking. I'm sure he's as jealous of me as I am of him. Jealousy. I look down at my wife on the next bed, oozing from her 100-pound bikini. £100 to cover what I turn off the lights at night not to have to see. This is my reward. This is what a 9 to 5 plus overtime plus commuting plus weekends plus indelible sweat stains in the armpits of my Marks and Spencer shirt get me. She's looking at me. I can see her lips moving. She wants a reply. I say, okay. I take my frappe. The straw chokes on the bottom of the plastic glass. I wish I smoked right now, but I don't. It's not healthy. I don't smoke to prolong this life. I smoked. I try to catch the eye of the waitress in the skimpy shorts. I raise my arm. She walks on by. I wish I took drugs. Cocaine, maybe. Drugs. I watch the children. I'm plotting their futures in the God knows what country they come from. Splashing and shrieking in the sea, to posing for Facebook, to sexy videos with their boyfriends, to a filthy bedsit lying on sheets stained by the needs of men. Their faces puffy and bruised from daring to use their word. To stop. I think about swimming out into the warm water, diving deep and pulling them under the waves, holding them down until the bubbles stop, watching until their thrashing ceases. Wouldn't that be a mercy killing? No court in the land could conclude otherwise. Mercy. I need a beer. I raise my arm for the waitress again. Her tits are spilling over her bikini. I watch them as she walks towards me, her smile an acknowledgement of my intentions, yielding acquiescence. Her straps fall, her full young breasts bounce gently with every step. I know she knows. She's standing over me now. Her long hair tickles my chest. Can I have a beer, please, love? She smiles and leaves, and as she leaves, I watch her shorts failing to contain her ass. She wants me to look. You didn't ask if I wanted anything, the wife points out. I ask her if she did, but that wasn't the point. You know, Lewis Carroll was in love with Alice. Charles Bukowski passes again, peddling donuts and lurid glances. I think he was looking at my wife. I look at all the bodies around me. So many shapes, sizes, colours. Loose, paper-thin, bloated beach flotsam. I watch the waves rolling in, breaking to form foam on the lips of the shore. I trace their source far out on the horizon. I feel the ground move, shuddering. An earthquake? I look around for confirmation and smile to myself. Nothing. Not the merest register of disquiet. I watch the seventh wave roll high. It heaves higher and higher. A fat woman 2 beds down lights a cigarette and draws hard. The tip glows red. I lick my dry lips. I watch the wave. It's still far out to sea, but it's growing. I smile. The girls have gone. They'll be looking for some poor hormone-addled boys to tease, laughing at their clumsy advances. The wave is tall and turgid. It rolls over a sailing boat, throwing splinters high into the air, and then sucks down all hands. I swear I can hear the screaming. I look around and check my neighbours, still burning their bodies to have something to show the folks back home. Just bacon sizzling in the sun. Their children are squealing with ignorant delight, clinging to inflatable animals for dear life. And I watch my wave swell, rolling towards us. The whole beach should be in panic now. Parents should be scooping their children from the water, running to the safety of their air-conditioned rooms. But I watch the fat woman draw hard. sail delicious plumes. Another turns the page of a glossy magazine. The wave stands erect, its white crest a sign of intent. It sucks down a smarmy jet skier, riding the surf in a display of horsepower and virility. But only the machine resurfaces, still buzzing at the swatted blue bottom. I wish I smoked. My wave is now the horizon, it's blocking out the sun. An inflatable dolphin with two brats clinging on goes down, screaming words I've never heard before, but understand too well. Bukowski stands smiling at me, his back to the wall of surf. He knows. Toddlers and fathers are swallowed whole. Bukowski throws me a donut and pats his chest in gratitude before the wave takes him too. 10 stories of sea break hard on the shore. The white crest explodes. The woman is still sucking as she's thrown in cartwheels under the water. The umbrella's uprooted. The sun loungers tangled with limbs then pounded on the beach bar. The wave withdraws, dragging all into its depths. The shore is left sanitized, cleaned of pollution. I sit alone and breathe the clean air. The gulls squawk above my head, diving and pitching, a feeding frenzy of floating tidbits. My beer arrives. I look up at the waitress and smile. Thanks, love.